Hi everybody, welcome back to Life in My 20s, the video diary where we talk about life in my 20s, unedited. This is my dog. Say hi. She's like, yeah, I'm about over these video diaries. Today I want to talk about dreaming too much because, alright, I'm gonna not touch my hair because we can't, this is already off to a rough start. Okay. I dream so much. And let me walk you through the process of me dreaming. I don't just like have an idea and I'm like, that's really cool. Okay. I have an idea. And I think it's the best idea that I've ever had. Better than all the rest. Okay. And I grab onto this idea and I come up with a million more ideas that are attached to that idea. So say it's like I get a business idea. Not only am I planning out the entire business, I'm creating a business plan and proposal. I'm coming up with the branding. I'm saving Pinterest photos for inspiration for the business. I am thinking of what the website would look like. I'm thinking of dreaming up our dream client. It's a problem, okay? I dream up a whole entire business and then I lose interest. Or normally what happens is, well, A, I crash out and I'm like, I just need a friggin' nap. Or two, I think I said A, so B, I get another great idea that I feel like is better than this one, which I think it's really just the dopamine of a new idea. But I don't like to get into the specifics, okay? Because I'm not like it's your hormones, it's the human brain type of person. I'm more of like, let's talk about our feelings and philosophy type thing. Not philosophy, but like, don't tell me why my brain is doing this. I don't want to know. I'm ADHD, okay? That's why. We know. Anyways. So my question is, do I dream too much? Because on one hand, I'm in my 20s and I feel like if there's any time to dream, it's now. And I've always been a dreamer ever since I was a kid. So I'm not saying like I'm going to turn 30 and I'm going to have to get my crap together because I'm 30. I have a feeling I'll always be a dreamer. I'm a creative. I am ADHD. I love that dopamine. But here's the hard part is that some of these ideas I've ran with. I've actually chosen to do. For example, I started a random business last summer called My Silly Little Brain, selling ADHD printable planners. To this day, I still think it's an amazing idea. I just couldn't commit to that being my only idea enough to like see it through, which I did see it through, just continue on in doing it. Mind you, I decided to go to design school and like start an actual career. Not that a business isn't an actual career, but it's just different. I kind of forgot where I was going with that. Oh, or for example, I decided to go to design school and I worked my freaking butt off and got into design school, and in the middle of the semester was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And luckily that's been the thing that I'm like, you're just gonna stick with it, because I have to stick with something. I have to have some underlying like, know that I'm doing something right, otherwise I can't sleep at night. Anywho, so now I'm in a spot where I'm consistent. However, even now, I'm in my dream design program. I'm learning my dream job, something that I'm just really great at. I've always loved design. I got an internship from day one. It's a great internship that other students would kill for, and yet I'm still dreaming about other things. when this first came about, I was dreaming about this. I was dreaming about school and being a designer. And then it's like I like lost the dopamine for that. And now all I can think about is other things. So that's not good, because then it is taking energy from the things that I should be pouring into. And this doesn't necessarily mean, like, I don't think it means I shouldn't be doing design. I think it means I just really love new experiences, new things. But on the other hand, I have a lot of really great ideas, and I don't think there are necessarily any bad ideas, okay? But where do you draw the line? Because I dream so much and so big, and I spend so much time dreaming about different things that I never actually reach the goals in any of the things I want to do. Instead of like picking a few things and really going after them, I like scatter everywhere and then eventually crash out because I realize I can't actually do a million things. And so what I've been trying to do is A, focusing on school and building a sustainable career. B, doing something that I've always loved, which is making videos like these video diaries, because it's fun and it brings me life, and anything else is extra or later. That's another thing I have to remind myself, because in your 20s, especially when you're like dreaming big and you're making Pinterest boards and you're just like wanting to go after everything, and like I'm married and I don't have kids, so like in a way I have the freedom to do whatever I want. It feels like I should be doing everything now. But if I do everything now, then I'm really doing nothing now, because I'm not going to put energy into like one thing. And I actually don't like that verbiage. I'm not putting energy into one thing, but a few things at a time, because it is just not sustainable to like dream and not dream, but like have 10 things going at once. You can't start 10 businesses. And I always joke that I should be like, my job should be to create businesses for people, because I have so many businesses, I have so many business ideas that would be very successful if the right person took them on. I have the branding, I have like everything you need for it. Genuinely could be so cool. Maybe I'll make a video called My Cool Ideas, except for the ones I think I'll actually do, because then people will just steal my ideas, or they probably won't, because they'll be like, you're crazy. And there are a few that I'm like, this would be really cool and I would totally do this, and I'm like holding on to for the future. But can we just talk about how hard it is to not want to do it all now? And that's what I was saying, is it's really hard in your 20s to not feel like you want to do it all now. And I think the funny thing about your 20s is it feels like when you turn 30, and this isn't like a hit to anyone that's 30, or even if you're watching this in your 30s, I feel like the next milestone feels like you have to have it together by then. You may be in your 20s and you want to have it together by 30. You may be in your 30s and you want to have it together by the time you're 40. But something I have to remind myself is rushing through isn't gonna help me. Trying to get it all done and have it all now is not gonna help me. It's not gonna help me now, and it's not gonna benefit me later. So what I'm trying to learn, I guess, is how to dream in my 20s, but not stress in my 20s. How to have fun and slow down and enjoy the ideas that I have, and then be able to put them on pause and say, okay, but this is what we're doing now. Which is so hard when you're creative. Did you like that? Interpretive dance to go along. It's so hard because you just want to sit and daydream. And once my mind fixates on that one thing, it's so hard to focus on what I know I want to focus on. And it's not even that the old things, like going to school is not still my dream, or like being a designer is not still my dream. It's not that like making these amazing videos aren't my dream. I just get so distracted. So what are your thoughts? What's your input? As a creative, if you have ADHD, if you just have experiences, if you're in your 20s, have you experienced this? Are you like, no, I wish I had dreams? What are your thoughts? Because I'm curious and I want to connect with you and know, like, am I just crazy? Because I feel like I'm constantly dreaming about something. And my husband definitely thinks I'm crazy. He loves me to death, but he's like, girl. I also think, and this is the last thing because I'm rambling. Something I want to talk about on this channel that I haven't too much is my health journey. And I was chronically ill for 9 years. 9 years. Well, 9 years this August. 8.5 before I got healthy again. And I feel like I was sick from age 14 until 22, which is how old I am now. And having those years taken away from me really felt like, because I was like sick and in bed and not able to do things, I think now I have more pressure on me in my 20s because I didn't have that time to figure myself out, to determine what I wanted to do or who I wanted to be. And I know everyone still is, even if you had those years or not. But I feel like it makes it feel even more so like I gotta figure this out. Which maybe is something I'll talk about in a different video. Because, hey, that sounds gross. Can you hold up for the video? She's like, anyway, I'm getting weird, so I'm gonna log off now. Look, she's giving me a look. Are you mad? Come here. So anyways, that's my thoughts today. I'm kind of in a really weird rambly mood. And so let me know what your thoughts are. And yeah. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching the video diary. Today is, good question, Thursday, May 29th, 2025, and it's probably like 7 p.m. Probably like 7. She's like, I don't know. Oh, did you Google? Yes. Thanks for watching.